Welcome back, Helldivers, to your brand new daily news update. Now, today I am going to be reporting on a brand new update which is dropping tomorrow, if all goes well for the game, because this is an emergency patch. I hope you guys do enjoy all of the news that I've got for you guys today, because we've got quite a bit to read through. So if you wouldn't mind considering dropping a like on today's video and subscribing for your daily Helldivers news updates, that would mean the world to me. But anyway, guys, let's get in with the video and talk about tomorrow's patch. Since the patch dropped on Monday, the game has been really struggling in a way of stability. The game stability has been a bit wobbly, been a bit laggy, and many people have been experiencing it. In games, I've been okay. For me, it's more the loading into the games. That's where I've been struggling, and sometimes it freezes, and then all of a sudden I'm in the game, and it's just a bit weird. But anyway, so someone said, Spitz, can you give us a rough estimate on when the patch is going to be going live to solve the stability issues? And Spitz says, emergency hotfix on Thursday and 2 hotfixes in the 2 weeks to follow. So it's funny, and this isn't only Arrowhead that goes through this. A lot of companies, when they release a giant patch, it never goes as smoothly as they hope. There's always something that can interrupt some form of gameplay, change something in a way they didn't intend to, and that's just a way of game development. It always happens, and unfortunately, because this patch was one of the largest ones we had, it caused a lot of things they didn't intend to happen. So and then Spitz, someone said, any word for optimization on PC, FPS and CPU issues? And again, it's probably coming in one of the hot fixes, hopefully Thursday if it's an easy fix. But from the most recent information, it looks like it is coming tomorrow, and we should have this sorted. That would be absolutely amazing, because one of the things I've enjoyed about Helldivers is, yes, in the early days of the game launching, there were times where we would crash when there were so many people coming onto the game. But now the game is sort of stabilized around 150,000 players concurrently on PC. It has obviously had a lot more room, and that's why you saw less crashes. But now, since the patch, the stability has gone all over the place. But yeah, that's what's going on there, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else drops within this emergency hotfix tomorrow. Now, I thought this was very interesting, and someone posted a massive, long response to the nerfs on Monday's patch, and they said that we feel like the nerfs have made it so like we feel kind of helpless against the bots and against the bugs. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know about this. I feel like the games that I've played after the patch, I still feel like I'm dealing with it fine. Like, I don't really seem to feel, yes, obviously I was sad about my Eruptor nerf, but, I still feel like we coped okay. And but Spitz goes on to say, heavy spawn rates were already significantly nerfed in the build before last in favor of adding more light/med and chaff enemies. And every enemy can already be killed by primary weapons. I killed a charger today with 1 mag to the butt with a scorcher. These changes were made precisely so players never felt useless at higher levels if they didn't have enough AT or used up all of their AT without killing all of the heavies. I've been playing CR7 to 9, not Cristiano Ronaldo, for months, and I never felt like there were too many heavies for my team to deal with at once. It used to be that you'd see upwards of 6 to 8 Bile Titans or Chargers at once, and multiple of them in a single breach. Now you'll rarely see 3 or 4 at once unless you've run around aggroing every point of interest and not killing anything. The change you're asking for has literally already happened. And I'm not just being really nice to Arrowhead and just like agreeing with everything they said, but I've had the same here. I haven't really seen too many, I've been happy with the balance of the enemies. I know there's going to be people that will disagree, and I'm always up for that. I'm always up for debate in the comment section, but just from my personal Helldivers experience at the moment, since that last patch, it was way too crazy. The only mission that was just too over the top was the higher level evac missions, and they've already said they've addressed that, and they said that changes are coming. But for the other ones, we're fine. You know, we've got a couple of orbital lasers taking down Bile Titans. We've got, you know, we've got all different types of stuff going on. So, you know, I feel like the balance on the enemies is okay, but I do understand why people were feeling helpless because their favorite setups were nerfed. Next up, this thought is quite funny. Someone said, what's been going on with the like arc weapons and stuff? Like, they feel like they've been nerfed a lot, and like the Hulks feel like they're changing constantly. And Spit said Hulks are weird. The damage of their flamethrower has changed 3 builds in a row without any of the devs touching it or any of the values that affect it. We think they're evolving on their own, and imagine that, like the automatons somehow managed to get into the system of the game, and then they actually, that's the scary feeling of AI, start taking over the actual characters, and then we're screwed. Then there's nothing we can do. Then the devs can't even save us. But yeah, the Hulk's flamethrower got a nerf, but apparently it's harder to stagger them now, and that's just the way that they decided to do it. You can take less damage from their flamethrowers, but harder to stagger. And someone said praying the spear fix is on the way. I've mentioned this in past videos. Alexis said that it's currently targeted for the May major build if all goes to plan. That's at the end of May, by the way. So on the 11th, so in 10 days time, when the Warbond goes live, we'll get all of those new items, and then at the end of the May, we'll have the next major build, which will be like the one we had in April, and well, on Monday, and hopefully it's not going to cause the same outrage as just recently. And then Spitz actually edited the announcement last night. So if you didn't know, I covered it on my channel. There was an announcement about the ricochets and shrapnel in the game. And Spitz went on to edit it because he said he wanted to make it sound more clearer. So he said, "Hey everyone, the team's been hard at work testing a number of community issues today, mainly focused on the changes to the ricochets and shrapnel. In response to a previous post on the Reddit, we looked into the possibility of rockets and other explosives being affected by ricochets. This has since been debunked by the community, but nonetheless, our Ministry of Sound Defense team also ran a number of tests today and confirmed that rockets and explosives are not ricocheting. However, we noticed another issue through these posts and community feedback that has identified the possibility for shots from the R36 Eruptor to explode and rebound shrapnel at the shooter, which has a high enough damage value to instantly kill the player. To prevent this, we're looking to completely remove the shrapnel effect from the Eruptor, but we'll be increasing its hit damage as a result. This should make it less lethal to the user, but just as powerful against enemies." And then moving on to the edited point of things, it said it should maintain its destructive power, and as it is still classed as explosive, it will not lose the ability to break objects, close holes, destroy fabricators. This overall will be a buff to the weapon, as random shrapnel played an almost played a part in the damage and power it dealt. It will still deal both impact and AoE damage, and both of these damage values will be increased to make it just as powerful and more consistent. Currently, with the systems in place, only small arms should be able to ricochet on your armor. If you see an explosive VFX at the point of impact, the projectile is not causing a ricochet, as the explosion effects are not triggered when a ricochet occurs. Shrapnel, however, can still explode outwards from the point of impact and kill the player. We apologize for this misunderstanding and thank you all for investigating these new changes so diligently and for passing on your feedback to us. Hopefully this makes sense and these changes should help everyone survive better. So yeah, that's pretty much it, the most recent changes, and that's going to be the video. So I'll be covering the new patch notes and stuff tomorrow for the hotfix that comes out, and hopefully that will sort out a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the patch update very soon.